By the end of this video, you will never settle for less again, and no one will ever doubt you anymore. This motivational story will change your life. A traveler arrived at the temple atop the mountain, his eyes downcast, shoulders weighed down by the invisible burden of defeat. He looked at the monk and said in a trembling voice, "I was born to fail. I've tried everything, and nothing works for me. Maybe some people are meant to succeed, but I'm not one of them." The monk, with a serene expression, simply smiled. Instead of responding, he gestured for the man to follow him. The traveler hesitated, but his curiosity won out. They walked in silence along a narrow path until they reached an old, forgotten farm. "What are we doing here?" the traveler asked. The monk pointed to a fenced area in the middle of the field. Among the chickens pecking at the ground, there was an imposing creature, different from the others. Its talons were long, its chest strong, and its wings, though dusty, looked powerful. But instead of flying, it scratched the ground like just another chicken. "Look at that eagle," said the monk, crossing his arms. The traveler widened his eyes. "That's an eagle? But what is it doing with the chickens?" The monk sighed. "As a chick, it fell from its nest and was found by a farmer. He raised it here among the chickens, feeding it corn and teaching it to live like them. Now, this eagle believes it cannot fly." The traveler stood still, watching the majestic animal behaving like something it was never meant to be. "That's ridiculous," he murmured. "It's obvious that it doesn't belong here." The monk turned to him and raised an eyebrow. "And you?" The traveler swallowed hard. "What do you mean?" The monk smiled again. "You are also an eagle that believes it is a chicken." The traveler felt something stir inside him. He opened his mouth to respond, but the words died before they could be spoken. Without further explanation, the monk walked over to the enclosure, picked up the eagle in his arms, and, with visible effort, lifted it above his head. "You are an eagle," he whispered to it. "You belong to the sky. Now, fly." The eagle struggled slightly, looked around, and jumped back to the ground. The traveler scoffed. "See, it can't fly anymore. It's too late." The monk simply smiled. "Not so fast." He picked up the eagle again and took it to the top of a barn. From up there, he looked at the animal once more. "You were not born to give in to fear. You were born to conquer the skies. Now, fly." The eagle flapped its wings, but, hesitant, landed back on the wooden surface. The traveler shook his head. "I told you. It has already accepted its reality." The monk ignored his words. He picked up the eagle once again and began climbing the mountain. The traveler followed him, doubtful, but now fixated on what was about to happen. The wind grew stronger as they climbed. The sun reflected on the monk's skin, which showed no signs of exhaustion. Finally, they reached the top of a cliff. From up there, they could see the entire valley stretching out like an endless green ocean. The traveler crossed his arms. "What are you going to do now?" The monk held the eagle, which struggled in his hands, and without hesitation, threw it into the void. The traveler's eyes widened. "What have you done?" For an eternal moment, the eagle fell. Its body spun in the air. Its wings pressed tightly against its chest. The traveler's heart pounded. And then, something changed. At the last moment, as if something inside it had awakened, the eagle spread its wings. The wind caught it, as if it had been waiting for years. It wobbled for a moment, then flapped its wings. First, slowly. Then, with power. The traveler watched, mouth open, as the eagle soared higher and higher, tracing a majestic arc across the sky. The monk crossed his arms and smiled. See? It never forgot how to fly. It just needed to remember who it really was. The traveler, eyes filled with tears, felt a shiver run down his spine. For the first time in years, something inside him opened up as well. He was not a chicken. He never was. He just needed to remember that he had always been an eagle, and that it was time to fly. Now, you watching this, you are not meant to live small. You are not meant to stay trapped in doubt, fear, or the limitations others have placed on you. Just like the eagle, you may have forgotten your strength, but it is still there. You deserve more, and you are capable of more. Don't let comfort or fear keep you grounded. Spread your wings. The sky has always been yours. Now, fly. If this video made an impact on you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.